Welcome back to my channel, a world where ordinary coins can hide extraordinary secrets. Today, we're taking a closer look at a 2016 Australian $1 coin, something many people use every day without a second thought. But what if this simple coin could hold a hidden story, a rare feature, or even unexpected value? Featuring the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on one side and the iconic kangaroos on the other, this coin represents more than just currency. It represents history, design, and the thrill of discovery. Most people would spend it without looking twice, but collectors know that even the smallest detail can turn a common coin into something truly special. In this video, we'll explore what makes this coin unique, what to look for, and whether it could be worth more than you think. So before you ignore the coins in your pocket, watch carefully, because your next piece of change might surprise you. The coin you're showing is a 2016 Australian $1 coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II on one side and the iconic kangaroo design on the other. At first glance, it may look like just another everyday coin, but to collectors, even ordinary-looking coins can carry hidden stories, rare variations, and unexpected value that most people completely overlook. Let's be clear from the start. Most 2016 Australian $1 coins in circulated and worn condition are not worth millions. They were produced in large numbers, and millions of these coins are still in everyday use across Australia. However, what makes certain coins valuable is not just the year but rare errors, unique variations, and condition. That's where the real treasure hunt begins. The 2016 coin belongs to a long-running series of Australian $1 coins that started in 1984. Over the years, the Royal Australian Mint has produced countless variations, including commemorative designs, limited editions, and coins with subtle minting differences. Sometimes, a tiny mistake during production can turn a common coin into a collector's dream. In circulated condition, like the coin you're holding, the value usually stays close to its face value, around $1 Australian. The visible wear, small scratches, and dull surface reduce its collectible appeal. But don't lose interest yet, because even worn coins can sometimes carry rare features that make them stand out. One thing collectors always check is the presence or absence of a mint mark. Your coin appears to have no visible mint mark, which is normal for many standard circulation coins. However, special issues sometimes include tiny marks or symbols, and their absence or misplacement can increase value significantly. Another important factor is minting errors. These can include off-center strikes, double stamping, missing details, or unusual metal composition. If your coin had a clear error, like a misaligned design or unusual thickness, it could potentially be worth much more than a regular coin. The copper side condition you mentioned is interesting. Australian $1 coins are made from aluminum bronze, which gives them a golden color. Over time, due to wear and environmental exposure, they may appear slightly darker or uneven. However, a truly unusual color shift or metal flaw could indicate a rare production anomaly. The kangaroo design on the reverse side is one of Australia's most recognizable coin images. It symbolizes movement, strength, and national identity. For collectors, even small variations in this design, such as spacing, engraving depth, or missing details, can create excitement and increase value. It's important to understand that stories about coins being worth millions often come from extremely rare cases. These usually involve unique minting errors or prototype coins that were never meant for circulation. Your coin, while interesting, would need a very rare feature to reach such extraordinary value. Still, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises. Many valuable coins have been discovered in everyday change. People have found rare pieces in old jars, wallets, or even while filming videos just like you are doing. That's what makes this hobby so exciting and addictive. If you really want to know your coin's true worth, the best step is to compare it carefully with known rare varieties or show it to a professional coin dealer or collector. High-quality photos and close inspection under good lighting can reveal details that are easy to miss. For your YouTube content, this coin is perfect. Even if it's not worth millions, the mystery, the possibility, and the storytelling angle can attract viewers. People love the idea that something ordinary in their pocket could secretly be valuable. Instead of claiming guaranteed millions, you can make your video more powerful by building curiosity, ask viewers to check their own coins, highlight possible rare features, and create suspense around hidden value. That approach keeps your content real and engaging. In the end, your 2016 Australian $1 coin may not make you a billionaire overnight, but it still holds value as part of history, culture, and the fascinating world of coin collecting. And who knows, sometimes the next rare discovery starts exactly like this, with a simple coin in your hand and a curious mind looking a little closer. The coin you are holding is a 2016 Australian $1, a piece that at first seems completely ordinary, yet carries a quiet connection to history through the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. For many people, this is just spare change, something to spend without a second thought. But for collectors and curious minds, coins like this are small time capsules, each one carrying stories of design, production, and sometimes even hidden rarity that only reveals itself to those who look closely. When we talk about value, especially the idea of coins being worth millions, it's important to separate reality from hype. The truth is, most 2016 Australian $1 coins were produced in very large numbers, meaning they are common in circulation. A circulated and worn coin like the one shown in your image usually has a value close to its face value. The scratches, faded shine, and softened details all indicate that it has passed through many hands, reducing its appeal to serious collectors who prefer coins in near-perfect condition. However, the real fascination begins when we move beyond the surface. Coin collecting is not just about age or appearance, it is about uniqueness. A tiny difference almost invisible to the naked eye can transform a simple coin into something highly desirable. This is where minting errors come into play. During production, machines can sometimes misstrike coins, causing double images, off-center designs, or missing elements. These rare mistakes are what collectors hunt for, and they can increase a coin's value significantly. Your coin does not show an obvious mint mark, which is actually normal for many Australian circulation coins, but in some rare cases, coins with missing or unusual marks can become collectible. The absence itself is not always rare, but if combined with other unusual features, it can add to the coin's uniqueness. That is why experienced collectors inspect every tiny detail from the edges to the lettering. The color you mentioned, the slightly copper-like tone, is also worth discussing. Australian $1 coins are made from aluminum bronze, which naturally gives them a golden appearance. Over time, due to handling, air exposure, and environmental factors, the color can change slightly. This is usually normal wear, not a sign of rarity. But if the metal looks unusually different, like patches of different color or an uneven surface, it might suggest a production anomaly worth investigating further. The reverse side of your coin, with the iconic kangaroo design, is one of the most recognizable symbols in Australian currency. Kangaroos represent movement, energy, and national identity. This design has remained consistent for many years, but even within consistent designs there can be subtle variations. Slight differences in engraving, spacing, or alignment can sometimes create collectible varieties that only experts notice. It's also important to understand how condition affects value. In the world of numismatics, condition is everything. Coins are graded from poor to mint state, and even a small difference in grade can mean a big difference in price. A coin that looks worn and circulated may have traveled through thousands of transactions, which adds character but reduces its market value. Collectors often pay the highest prices for coins that look almost untouched, as if they just came out of the mint. The idea of becoming a billionaire overnight from a coin is exciting but extremely rare. Only a handful of coins in the world have reached values in the millions, and those usually have extraordinary stories behind them, unique errors, extremely low mintage, or historical significance. While your coin is interesting, it would need a very rare and confirmed feature to reach such levels. That said, the excitement of coin collecting does not come only from high prices. It comes from discovery. Imagine finding something unusual in your own collection, something that others missed. Many collectors started with simple coins like this one, slowly learning to spot details, understand history, and appreciate the art behind each design. For your YouTube content, this coin is actually a powerful tool. The visual of a real coin held in hand, combined with a story about hidden value and rare possibilities, creates strong engagement. Viewers are naturally curious and love the idea that they might already own something valuable without realizing it. Instead of focusing only on extreme claims, you can build suspense and curiosity. Talk about what makes coins valuable, show close-up details, and invite viewers to check their own coins. This approach builds trust and keeps your audience coming back for more. If you truly want to explore the value of your coin, take clear close-up photos, compare them with. The next up, top 2, the 2005 Australian $1 coin honoring the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II, is a meaningful piece of modern numismatic history, struck to commemorate one of the most defining global events of the 20th century. Issued by the Royal Australian Mint, This coin pays tribute to the sacrifices and victory associated with the end of World War II in 1945. It features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, a standard design for Australian coinage of that era, while the reverse carries a symbolic and commemorative design reflecting remembrance and national pride. In circulated and worn condition, the coin often shows signs of everyday use: light scratches, fading of fine details, and a softer appearance overall. These characteristics are completely normal for coins that have passed through many hands over the years. The copper side condition you mentioned refers to the inner core of the coin, as Australian $1 coins are made from aluminum bronze, giving them a golden tone that can sometimes appear darker or more copper-like with wear and age. One important point is the absence of a mint mark. Most Australian coins, especially those from the Royal Australian Mint in Canberra, do not carry visible mint marks like some other countries' coins. This means that no mint mark is standard and does not automatically increase the value. Many collectors misunderstand this and assume it indicates rarity, but in this case it is simply part of normal production. Now when we talk about value, it's important to stay grounded in reality. While this coin is historically significant and collectible, a circulated 2005 World War II commemorative $1 coin is generally not worth millions or anything close to that. In typical worn condition, its value is usually close to its face value or slightly higher, depending on demand, often in the range of a few dollars among collectors who appreciate commemorative issues. However, there are rare scenarios where a coin like this could become more valuable. If it has a minting error, such as an off-center strike, double die, or unusual surface flaw, it could attract higher interest. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition or those professionally graded at a high level can also command better prices. But even then, values rise into tens or sometimes hundreds of dollars, not millions. The emotional and historical value of this coin is arguably far greater than its market price. It represents remembrance of World War II and the 60 years that followed, a period that reshaped nations, economies, and identities. Holding this coin connects the owner to that legacy, making it more than just currency. It becomes a small, tangible piece of history. There is a widespread myth in the coin collecting world that certain everyday coins can instantly make someone a millionaire. These stories often spread through social media or exaggerated claims. While it's true that some rare coins have sold for extremely high prices, those are usually unique specimens with extraordinary rarity, historical importance, or errors, not common circulated commemoratives. That said, you should never rush to sell any coin without checking it carefully. Examine the design, edges, and surface under good lighting. Compare it with known examples and, if possible, consult a professional coin dealer or numismatist. Sometimes small differences can matter, and it's always better to be informed before making a decision. The design of the 2005 commemorative coin itself carries symbolic meaning. It was created to reflect remembrance, peace, and the end of conflict. Coins like this are often released to help younger generations remember important milestones, ensuring that history is not forgotten even as time moves forward. Collectors who focus on Australian decimal coins often include this piece in their collections, especially those interested in commemoratives. While it may not be rare, it still holds a place in thematic collections related to war history, national milestones, or the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Over time, coins like this may slowly increase in value, especially as they become harder to find in good condition. As more coins are lost, damaged, or removed from circulation, the remaining examples can become slightly more desirable. Patience is key in coin collecting. Value growth usually happens over years, not overnight. If you truly believe your coin is special, consider having it graded by a professional service. Grading provides an official assessment of condition and authenticity, which can help in determining its real market value. It also adds credibility if you ever decide to sell it. Ultimately, the 2005 Australian $1 World War II commemorative coin is a meaningful and collectible item, but it is not a hidden million-dollar treasure in circulated condition. Its true worth lies in its history, symbolism, and connection to a pivotal moment in the world's past. So keep it, study it, and appreciate it, but stay cautious of exaggerated claims. In the world of coins, knowledge is your greatest asset, and understanding the difference between hype and reality is what truly builds value over time. Over time, coins like this may gradually increase in value, especially as fewer well-preserved examples remain in circulation. Collectors who build sets of commemorative coins often seek pieces like this to complete their collections. While it may not bring instant wealth, it can become more desirable over the years. It is also important to be cautious of exaggerated claims online. Stories about ordinary coins being worth millions often spread quickly, creating false hope. True high-value coins are usually extremely rare, historically unique, or in exceptional condition. Understanding this protects you from unrealistic expectations. If you believe your coin might be special, take the time to examine it carefully. Look for unusual features, compare it with known examples, and consider showing it to an expert. Knowledge and patience are essential in the world of numismatics. In the end, the 2005 Australian $1 World War II commemorative coin is not just about money, it is about meaning. It connects you to history, tells a story of global change, and reminds you of the passage of time. Whether it is worth a few dollars or slightly more, its true value lies in what it represents. So keep your coin safe, learn about it, and appreciate it for what it truly is. While it may not make you a billionaire overnight, it gives you something just as important, a real, tangible link to history carried quietly in the palm of your hand.